When it comes to splitting firewood, there is one thing that always grabs the attention of many people, and that is how fast you're able to split. That seems to be something that always is a focus and, like I said, grabs the attention. How fast can you split? Well, what if I told you there was a way to increase the speed of your log splitter and increase your production? You'd probably be interested, right? Good, because I'm going to show you something in a bit. But before I show you that, let me show you this. This past weekend, Little Boss Man and I got busy on splitting up the cherry chunks from the last video. So there's still a good amount in the trailer here, but we did get quite a bit split. In fact, we picked up all the maple in those boxes. Those top bags are all cherry. These 3 white containers here are all cherry. So we've got all of this mini firewood split up, ready to go, or ready to season anyway. And we still have all this left. So, good bit of work left, but a good bit of work done. So when it comes to increasing the speed of your log splitter, there's something that can be done. There's an option out there. If you have a Wolf Ridge log splitter, there is an option that doesn't necessarily increase how fast the push plate is moving, but what it does, I just swallowed a bug, I think. What it does is it decreases the distance that is traveled. And what that option is called a stroke limiter. So Wolf Ridge makes this. They offer it in 3 different sizes. They have one that is just a 6-inch reduction, one that is a 12-inch reduction, and one that is an 18-inch reduction. So depending on how long of a stroke your splitter has, mine is a 24-inch stroke. So that means that this push plate travels out 24 inches and then back. And so if I were able to limit that as far as how far it comes back, technically I will be increasing my cycle time because I'm traveling less distance, right? I think so. I think I'm making sense. Hopefully you're following me. So what this does is this fits on the beam of the splitter, and it notches into the frame here. And I'll show you in a second how this all installs. But this option right here, this stroke limiter, gives you the ability to choose between, the distances. So if you had a 30-inch stroke, you could reduce it down. For instance, mine with the 24-inch, I could cut that in half to only have a 12-inch space to put logs in, or I could reduce it down to 18 by setting it at this -6 setting. And that's what I'm probably going to do for this run of what I'm going to split up here, all of this boiler wood. And how this works is it's a pretty unique design. What happens is you can set this plate on your beam, and then this piece you can stand up, slide it in, and then when it falls into place and locks in, it fits right across the beam, locks in place, and then this will stop your push plate when it comes back. It'll stop it short from going all the way home. So the stroke limiter from Wolf Ridge. Again, it's available in this setup here where it has 3 different options, but it also comes in just the 6 and 12 or just the 6. And I'll have a link down in the description to their website where they have this listed, and you can pick one up. But for now, I'm going to put this on. So obviously, to do this, I'm going to need to extend my push block all the way out. And then once I do that, I'll be able to set this in, and these are the brackets right here that it kind of latches into. All right, so I'm going to take my first piece, and I'm going to slide this into place, and I'm going to go all the way back to that 6-inch reduction slot. And then I'm going to take my next piece and holding it slightly at an angle so it fits on top of the other plate. I'm going to slide this in. And there it dropped into place. This is locked in at the 6-inch mark, and now when the push plate comes back, it's going to hit that and stop. So here's just a view of it from the other side. You can see here, this side of the stroke limiter is up against the bracket here. The stop is right there at 6 inches out. Again, I can move this to 12 and also 18, but that would only give me a short little stroke. And for this wood here, you know, reducing it by 6 inches is going to be ideal. So yeah, it fits in there nice. That design where it kind of folds into itself and then locks in place works great. It works to be able to get it in there, slide it back, set it at whatever length you want. Or if you only have the 6-inch, then you wouldn't need to worry about that, or the 12-inch. But we've got it set at 6, so now let's see it in action. So you see, once it hits that stop, once it hits the stroke limiter, then the auto return kicks off. So I'm going to let the splitter warm up a little bit. And this is one of the things that, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you've always seen that I always keep my hand on that lever. And that's because I'm always trying to like stop the push plate from going all the way back home, so that, you know, the next piece, when I bring it back in, I don't have to bring the push plate all the way back out. So a lot of times I will like keep my hand on the control, then I will manually stop it, you know, as it gets far enough back just to get the next piece in. So with this now, this eliminates the need to do that. So now I will kind of be able to like take more full advantage of the auto cycle. Where in the past, I would always kind of keep my hand on those levers, you know, to not let that push plate go all the way back home and then have to come all the way back out before I split. So this should be a big help in doing that. I should be able to now put the wood up there, hit the auto cycle, it should push out, and then go back and reduce that stroke by 6 inches. We are also going to be splitting right into the Top Dog Attachments utility bucket, so that way I can just take this boiler wood right on over and dump it on the pile when I'm done. So my first bucket is full. I'm gonna go dump this, and I know what you're probably thinking. Let's see a comparison of the cycle time with the stroke limiter and without it. So when I get back, I'm gonna run a couple cycles with that stroke limiter in, then I'll take it out, and then we'll compare the two cycles with and without the stroke limiter. That was a BBD, a beautiful big dump. All right, let's run a few cycles just for comparison's sake with the stroke limiter in, then I'll take it out and we'll compare the two. Now again, to take this out, it's just a matter of folding this up, and that allows you to slide this right out. So there it is, the Wolf Ridge stroke limiter. Just a quick, let me just quick show you again how this goes together. So if this was the splitter and this was the back, this is the front up here where the push plate hits. So what you do once you have this first plate in place against the frame of the splitter locked in, then this piece slides in, and again, you can see where you can fit it in, get it set, and then it will lock into place and now take up the full spacing on the beam. And then to take it out, you obviously lift it up, slide it over, and now it's smaller in size. You can take this plate out. Again, to put it in, it's as simple as sliding it in like that, and then locking it in place. So again, if you have any questions or you want to pick yourself up a stroke limiter for your Wolf Ridge log splitter, you can go online or reach out and contact them, and they'll answer any questions and go over all the details. So it's pretty simple to put in place, and it's, you know, it works great. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I used to always just manually stop that push plate from going all the way home. And now, you know, with that auto cycle, I don't have to do that if I'm using something like this stroke limiter. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.